The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's gonna make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Caden Whitlow, cut it.
Keeping it 100.
He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're mouthed up like the true and now and laters. Debaters, draws get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sack strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names. We have 2 fucking games.
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the upstairs. The tape never lies, the truth. You see, we laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Keepin' It 100 on the best four-letter network on the planet. The tape never lies. Don't ever forget it. I'm Ivan Vargas. As always, before we start, like, share, and subscribe. Become a patron today at www.thetapeneverlies.com. Tonight is going to be a great show. We got from ESPN 1000, the Catman in the house, David Kaplan. We'll be joining the boys talking Bears. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump into it. It's going to be a fun night. Let's bring them out. Shane, the smartest man, Marshawn, and DDP. Draft Dr. Phil.
Yo.
What up?
What up? How are we doing tonight?
Yo, Victory Wednesday episode. Feels good.
Victory Wednesday. Chicago Bears.
It's been a while.
On a positive. I don't remember a Victory Wednesday like this. As a Bears.
As a home game, it's been since the Panthers game last year, right? That was October 6th, 2024. So, been
I don't
almost
know if I felt
calendar
a
year.
dominant win like that
No,
in a
no.
long time.
Yeah, absolutely not. So, it's just it's back to work, but we take one last look. I'm glad we're having Cap on. You know, you and I were got to chat with him privately a little bit just about, you know, some of the bullets that this kid takes as QB1 in Chicago, and seemingly 85% of them, if not higher, are unwarranted. So it's going to be fun to see, you know, what's next, because Phil, Ivan, we've been Bears fans for a long time and we know how this goes. I pointed it out on CHGO the other night. I remember the John Fox game when Chicago went to Lambeau on Thanksgiving night, and they stole one up there. And I'm like, oh, is this the defining moment of the John Fox era? Has he turned things around in Chicago? And we know that that was a resounding no. I have a little bit more confidence in this crew, so we see what happens. Can't go to Vegas and lay an egg. Cannot do it. It's unacceptable on any level.
Yeah, that's the pattern that's been the Bears. It's been positive followed by a letdown. And usually the letdown is by some backup quarterback that they should play, and basically Geno Smith. Then you go make Geno Smith look like something he isn't, and that has been the history of what we've dealt with here in Chicago over the course of the last, I don't know, 10 years. And it's unfortunate that that's been the case here. Now, there is some news from the Bears in regards to, what is this, selling the team? Or just,
oh yeah,
what is this whole scenario here?
Yeah, let me pull it up here and I can read it to you rather than so yeah, the Chicago Bears are now valued at nearly $9 billion after a minority stake sale. You know, that is an NFL record. The NFL Finance Committee has approved the sale of 2.35% of the Chicago Bears franchise to existing owners of the team in a deal that sets a league record and values the Bears at $8.9 billion, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. The deal closed several days ago. The stake was held by the estate of Andrew McKenna, according to 2 people familiar with the deal. McKenna died in 2023. At the time, the Bears were valued at $6.4 billion just 1 year ago, number 10 among the league's 32 teams. Now they are number 1, and this is pre-Arlington Heights Stadium, so they're going to be worth significantly more than that. But, you know, we would like to see...
Well, who are they selling this stakes
they're
to?
They're essentially reassigning stakes within the current ownership.
So it's like unknown behind the scenes people?
Well, no, I don't think it's unknown. I just don't think that they're putting it out there. But Pat Ryan, I think, is going to assume some, as well as the McCaskies. So, yeah, we'll see. But
KAP will have some information in regards to.
But in 1 year, you go from 6.4 to 8.9, and that's without owning your stadium. So that is significant. I mean, you're talking about a team that's going to be well over $10 billion. I mean, they're going to blow that right out of the water when that finally gets all settled. But I mean, we got a long time to go before we get there, because I mean, the city is saying they need to pay off the over $500 million that's still left.
Well, maybe they can do that tomorrow.
Well, they got, I forget what it was, but yeah, we'll see.
Maybe the McCaskies can take the check for once in a while.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe George can buy a new scooter. Getting ready for the Super Bowl.
You have a flying scooter?
Yeah, I doubt it. That would be way too risky. Way too risky.
Without a helmet?
Yeah.
I was shocked they didn't have a helmet on the scooter.
Yeah.
Like elbow pads, knee pads, you know.
Yeah, he would be one of those guys. You know, look at me, Mom.
Hold on, let me get my orange helmet. Orange helmet.
Ted, or it says Ted on it. It's just
yeah, Ted. But either way, listen, I think you know, the Bears still have a lot of improvements to make, and I mean that includes everybody on the roster. But And my feelings about QB1 in Chicago are only more solidified than what they were pre-game on Sunday. I'm even more of a believer now, and like I said, come one hater, bring all your friends, because we're here to show you why you're wrong, and we've never backed down from that. And that's the thing, we've maintained. We haven't, jumped ship and then jumped back on and then jumped back off and said, oh, what color's his phone case this week? All right, we're back off. Oh, it's clear now we're back on. All of the nonsense. You see the talent. He has to improve. We know that. Still a massive believer in Caleb Williams and where this franchise can go under his direction as QB1.
I don't understand. It's not rewriting history here.
No.
I don't understand how anybody prior could go out there and cut this off in regards to, okay, this is the year. If he doesn't do that, how many teams do that with what transpired the previous season? It's it baffled us the whole time how the media was handling Caleb. It still handles him.
Oh, 100%.
But I think it's even more ignorant when you add in what transpired with Ryan Poles continuing on with Matt Eberflus, Shane Waldron and company. And then fans and blog boys and national media going, even KAP, I felt, and I will confront him when he comes on the show, was giving a short leash to Caleb. And I'm like, Caleb Williams, of all things, came into a shitty situation, terrible coach, terrible whole culture. You got the tight end and the wide receiver not running routes, people pointing fingers, and we know the story. But somehow that becomes a line in the sand for Caleb Williams because Ben Johnson came here and nobody knew what Ben was going to do. But this is it. The line's in the sand.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Phil,
pathetic,
because there was a lot of people that said that Ben Johnson, didn't want to come here because of Caleb Williams and
oh my God,
all of the nonsense and
I've ever heard.
Our buddy Peter Bukowski said, well, Caleb Williams isn't the main reason that Ben Johnson came to Chicago. Main reason he came to Chicago is because of what they paid him. No, asshole. He was going to get paid no matter where he went. He had his choice of any job that was open. He could have gotten. He was going to get
fucking blank check.
He was going to get paid anywhere, dummy. But that's just Peter's, hatred towards anything Chicago Bears coming through. And with that being said, stay tuned for Tweets of the Week because asshole number 1 might be making an appearance, Peter Bukowski. Stay tuned.
Oh, a little spoiler teaser.
Yeah.
Spoiler teaser. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember every hater that despises the truth. I'll say this, a lot of our patrons, I'll say 75% of our patrons understand and stand by the consistent reality of truth that we continue to bring to the table of the draft, free agency, and most importantly, the Chicago Bears. We can stand on these measuring sticks and platforms and showcase the stances of the actual pillars of building a football team and where the GM has gone wrong and where all these flip-flop boys, along with they should have their own fucking boy band led by Swifty. They all can go up there, sing a song together. I'm gonna say what they say today. Tomorrow I'm gonna say something different. It's just pathetic how they all do this, and fans just defend that. Yet when you stand for something that's truthful,
right,
and you look at it not for the nails, not for the outside stuff, but what is put on the football field through the tape, and you get a rash of threats and discords in regards to what Shane and I stand for. And I'm all about the truth when it comes to football. I don't need to be right. I stand on right for the righteousness of work that's put in. Caleb, just like I say in the open, is the best quarterback that I've scouted out of all of them. The ability that he has is outlandish. It's just unreal. And you heard the GOAT talking about it in the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to Coach O after this weekend, after the game, and he's like, I go, Dad, that throw to Luther Burden across the middle it is on a line, just
Oh, it is.
understanding the level.
I've watched it 40 times, and it's a thing of beauty. But this is the thing.
John Elway. And he goes, no, it's fucking better than John Elway. Caleb has more talent, and it's there.
But this is the point right here, and I know D. Levine, this isn't the first time he said this. He said it in the HGO chat that I couldn't. But
that's the dumbest shit.
It is. It's foolish because
we're not playing hide and seek here.
You're going out of your way just to say something like that. He was under pressure 32% of his snaps. That is a fact.
When someone is able to manipulate the pocket for protection the way he does, it gets overlooked with PFF stopwatch. I don't put any fucking ounce of validity in PFF scores. This doesn't. Stay tuned for tweets. I've done this 100,000 times, and I've destroyed PFF. There's a use for it. And just like stats are for losers, the PFF standings are for losers as well. What did you see on tape? What does it look like? 95% of the time, it doesn't correlate. There's that 5% of the time where it stands up to exactly what you saw on tape, and that's 5% of the time. Okay? There's a fucking political agenda with PFF in some of these things. Chris Collinsworth has his hands in it, and a lot of behind-the-scenes people have their hands in this. That's the place we're going to go. But when I know how they come to these scores with people that don't know the game, it's not like Jeff Schwartz, Olin Kreutz, and Jeff Saturday, and all these offensive line guys are in a room grading these guys. These are college kids they hire that don't know football, but are learning the game. They go through classes. Hey, did he win that rep? Well, did he get his foot over before the neck? Okay, that's a check mark. And they do it live, and they come up with this grade. I'm like, it's pathetic, guys. Like, this isn't. Blog boys are fucking grading offensive linemen on things they don't even know. So there's no validity and no solid truth to it. There is solid truth. How many times do they run toss away from the twin side, and that percentage is 45? That's a stat we can use in our scouting. They like to run toss. They go into trips, and you run toss to the tight end side away from the trips on 68% of the time. So if they line up in trips, we're going to be prepared for toss to the tight end side. That's a stat we can work with. These stats of players winning, and this one's graded the highest, and he was the highest graded. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, don't stand for it. I look at the tape of it. Darnell Wright, not as bad as he's being drawn out to be. Has he had improve? Yeah. But there's so many things that people don't understand in football that gets completely overlooked. And like D. Levine is, but he had a lot of time.
But this is
how long did Troy Aikman have to fucking throw?
This is
We're
This
gonna
is the
take away
thing.
his fucking MVP trophy, Ivan. Oh, hold
D-
on. He had the best line in the history of football.
D. Levine,
I gotta take it away from him.
D. Levine, put in the chat. You know, you want his processing
speed is outstanding. You're fucking.
He's
completely-
played 20 games. Where should he be? Where
Exactly.
should he be right now after 20 games?
Don't understand somebody that he's in a petrified forest with a fucking chainsaw.
I totally agree.
Doesn't work, bro. You're not getting it, bro. What are you looking for?
The pressure rate, the exact pressure rate percentage versus Dallas was 35.48%.
Darnell Wright is playing with an arm injury. Yes. Just put it in your pocket. Okay, so then when you look at that stuff and you see the effort and things that need to be fixed, you kind of put it all together. He's needed out there. They want him out there. Can he get
and then
better?
there's this dumbass Christian Solid in the comments. He's played 20 NFL football games. What are you gonna count? What are you gonna count? Preseason? You want to count preseason games? Those don't count. You don't count stats from preseason. He played 17 last year. He's played 3 this year.
Yeah, but how many practices has he had?
Take your socks off and count to 20. Tell me what 17 plus 3 is, genius. Okay? Okay? Your comments are stale. And oh, by the way, you're a fucking liar in your comments, like I told you multiple times.
Here's someone who gets it. Some of Caleb's throws on tape look fake. This was probably my favorite throw, Sean.
Oh, he's talking college. Now he's even more of a genius. Yeah, because that's the same, you fucking moron.
Jesus.
Oh,
what a fucking
we know high school as
what
well.
High school game, yeah.
Can you
right?
imagine
Hold on.
typing that out?
Pop
Can you
Warner
imagine
football.
typing that out and putting it up on screen? That's how much of a moron Christian Solid is.
He ain't solid. That is soft
He's a
as
fucking
shit.
idiot.
It's soft.
It's embarrassing. He did the same shit.
How many games did Bo Nix have in college, Ivan?
Oh, man.
Bo Nix has about 98 games under his belt then, according to Christian Solid. Him and PFF are having a fucking
Christian
romance.
Solid's like, I saw him make a throw in 10th grade as a sophomore in high school back at DC, and I did not like it. Fucking jackass. My God, how dumb can you be?
Oh my God. The best throw I thought was the burden across the middle. That was the best. But the most impressive isn't the flea flicker
the fourth quarter pass.
Oh my God, bro. When the boot, they're trying to run toss boot and the pressure comes too quickly at him. And he just jumps in the air and fucking rips a fucking dart all the way across the hash to Adunze. On the money, it's like I don't know how anybody gets
Christian.
It's
So
a disingenuous argument, man.
it is, man. You're reaching for shit to try to prove. Go read the comments that I left you on CHGO. You're making shit up to create an argument because your claims are fucking baseless. You're saying that we don't hold Caleb. Go back to game fucking number 1 and watch BHL and ask me if I held Caleb Williams accountable. Yes, I did. You're full of shit, dude. College stats have nothing to do with what he's going through right now. Zero. It's not even the same fucking game. Go ask anybody that has anything to do with football and ask about NFL windows versus college windows. You're going from 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 feet to inches.
Who the hell?
It's an embarrassment, dude. Stop. Just come out and say you're scared that you don't believe in you don't believe in Caleb Williams. It's fine, man. It's fine. Quit making up bullshit. Stop. You want to say how bad we are, yet you're in every fucking chat room that we do saying the same shit. I see it all, bro. You're dumb. Football dumb.
I'm just enjoying this New Haven pizza, Shane. That's
Yeah.
my job tonight.
Christian Solid's like, did you see Tim Tebow's stats in college? He's going to be the best quarterback ever. That's his theory, right? Because that
68
holds
games
water.
under his belt.
Fucking dumb.
Do the games at Oklahoma count, Christian? Or is it just the USC games that count? That's how many he has under his belt. I'm like dumbfounded by the reality of what that argument is. Like,
It just
he's had
means
more
that
than
he doesn't like Caleb Williams. That's all it means. It's all it means. He's probably one of the Hall guys that said, "Oh, trade down, take Marvin Harrison Jr." Oh yeah, by the way, let's go back and bring that topic back up. Trade down and take Marvin Harrison Jr. How's that working out for all you Hall people, right? Bet you're not going to bring that up.
I'm in the middle of a bite.
Gregory's on the same page too. It's like you guys highlight the one play, the flea flicker, like that's all they ran all fucking game. Like he wasn't throwing from the pocket. Like he hasn't been taking a step week after week. That's again, I don't care that they use a misdirection or a trick play or whatever the fuck, but let's not lie about it. Like the guy was throwing from structure, from the pocket. You know, did he have to escape? Yeah, but it wasn't all fucking trick plays and you know, gimmicks and shit.
What Caleb is doing is exactly what you're asking your quarterback to do as you establish your new identity with no run game, no consistent run game. The offensive line played pretty good football. And Caleb stepped up to the challenge. That's the job description. Anybody bagging on Caleb and you're looking for things like this is pathetic. You're like soft, uneducated fanboy, blog boy haters. So you're living in a contrarian world, waiting for an isolated fuck up so you can come out like roaches at night to spread your bullshit theory and your complete ignorance in football. What Caleb Williams did was lead his team to a victory, being the best player on the field, delivering passes on time, accurately, and honestly, he continues to do that. The game one, we talked about the O-line breakdowns and the lack of a running game. We saw it firsthand. Game two, what the fuck was that on defense? It wasn't Caleb's fault. No pass rush, the whole story. The one consistency has been Caleb. He
Right,
can't
and if
play defense.
And if you want to, if your concern is that Caleb's not going to complete a flea flicker against Green Bay, I'd be more concerned about what our defense is going to do versus Green Bay, as currently constructed. If it was this defense that we just had, I understand they only gave up 14 points, but I mean, you want to talk about some warts? It's probably some of the worst tackling overall that I've seen, especially in the first half.
We have one dog on defense, it seems, stepping up, and that's Noah Sewell. He's starting to set a tone of how he's going to play the game. Is he perfect? No, but he's playing with an aggressive and emotional energy on the field that has been lacking by the Chicago Bears on defense. He continuously brings that, so that's an improvement. And then Tremaine Edmonds needs some roses here. He really stepped up and played a hell of a football game, especially after the previous couple weeks where I felt like he didn't play as well. This game, though, he was really good all over the field. I don't know if he wanted to send a message to Logan's fat ass in the Philippines that Jack ain't no Jack on this field, or he just wanted to beat the Cowboys. One of the two. I think it was more Logan he wanted to tell him. Sanborn, no more. Shane's boy, Tremaine Edmonds, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Some good fills. Some aggressive tackling finally. That was good to see.
I just don't know how, as a Chicago Bears fan, you come out of the game with Caleb Williams as your concern when he's improved every single week. And oh yeah, by the way, who did he face in week 1? A pretty good defense in Minnesota. Who did he face in week 2? A pretty good defense in Detroit. Dallas defense sucks. We get it. But were you gonna be all over our chat if Caleb came out and threw 2 picks and threw for 86 yards? Of course you would have been. Of course you would have been. Through 20 NFL games. Now, just let me preface this. I'm not going to include Pop Warner. I'm not going to include middle school. I'm not going to include high school stats or college stats here, Christian Solid. Just so you know, I'm going to include NFL stats here. Through 20 games, Caleb Williams has 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. And stay tuned for that because Cars Keys Live tomorrow night will have more on that I think you guys will be very interested in. But yeah, Bears fans of all people are all over that guy. Let that sink in. A team that has been bereft of any type of quarterback forever.
I always eat the crust, Sid. Please. Especially New Haven pizza. The fucking crust is the best part, probably. But that was my dinner. Got off the practice.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that the best part is the crust from the New Haven pizza. After you but after you're talking it up, don't tell me the best part is
it's
the
not
crust.
For me, I love the crust.
Oh, yeah, but
All right.
I mean, come on.
I'm gonna eat this whole thing.
Big
and
crust.
The main
satisfied
body of
with
the pizza
crust?
is-
Come on.
The body of the pizza is amazing, but the crust I enjoy.
That's fine.
I'll tell you what, though, they're fucking breadsticks there, whatever those were, those cheesy.
Oh yeah, the garlic
things were-
cheesy bread.
Yeah, those were
Even the Caesar salad was banging.
banging, as
Big
they
Caesar
say in
salad.
Connecticut.
I thought, is there an update on Loveland?
He is expected to play.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an update on any running back additions?
0.0. Is there any update on David Kaplan?
No. Where is he?
Did somebody send him the link?
Yeah, I did twice.
All right.
2 links.
2 links. A carrier pigeon, an email.
Maybe something came up.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
Well, I just texted him. Listen,
Oh,
I go back to, I think it was Ryan Cox's comment you put on. He just got home, so he's on his way.
He will be here.
Ryan Cox put it up there. Okay. You can't control who you play. However, you dominate when you're in the game versus whoever you're playing, the opponent.
Right.
Can't be sitting here adjusting the goalposts for what? Oh, now that defense. The week before, the Cowboys are looking great. Cowboys are on the up. Now we're going against Eberflus. Now we're doing this. Caleb went out there, delivered in the moments where you're asking your quarterback to deliver in a outstanding manner. By the way, these aren't like wide open. These are throws that are just dropped on the money.
Well, let's bring out our guy because I believe he's got a flight to catch tonight.
Oh, the flight is tonight?
Yeah. think so. Don't they go tonight or is it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow, but
Oh, okay. My
pretty
days are all screwed up. Yeah. Today is Wednesday. But
there he is.
there he is.
David.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Cap?
What's up,
I
Cap?
just got home from taking my son to dinner. And no, my flight is not tonight. If you want to get me out to Vegas tonight, I'm in.
How you doing, Cap?
I'm good. Let me set my phone down so I can just talk to you. I've got the Cubs game on. It's a big game for the Cubbies tonight. So
Yeah, the Cubs. Did they clinched, right? I don't know
they
anything
clinched
about
the wild card, but we're trying to clinch home field advantage in the first round. And magic number was 4. Padres just lost today, down to 3, and we're up 4-0 in
There
the
you
third against the Mets with men on, and I think nobody out still. So
There you go.
All I have to say on that is go Dodgers, Cap.
screw the Dodgers.
I'm a Dodger lifer here. My dad was a Brooklyn Dodger.
Yeah,
He
my mom was a
brainwashed
Brooklyn
me.
Dodger. She grew up in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. So
Yep. So it's gonna
that
be,
is that.
So listen,
But-
Cap. In all our years, in the last 10, I would believe, I don't know if I felt a Wednesday night where the Bears basically handled an opponent and won in a fashion of dominance like they did this past Sunday. On top of which, their quarterback was the standalone star that we know he is. So take us through this, because I want to see where you are. I was listening to you in Hoodie, and I completely was losing my mind I think it was last week or the week before, where you're like, oh, we're going to give him to whatever game. And that I'm like, no.
No, I didn't say we're going to. I asked the question. That's my job, drive conversation. I
Okay.
said, how long will Ben Johnson be patient with Caleb? That was the question I asked.
Oh, okay. So you're
Because I could tell you with 100% certainty, he lost his way last year.
Yep.
And part of it was because we had a clown car of coaches, and it was just a train wreck situation. Like Ryan Griffin is the guy guiding you, and Shane Waldron, and no shot at Thomas Brown. But if Thomas Brown was the interim head coach and he wanted to talk to Caleb and Caleb walked away from him, then if he had any you-know-whats, he should have said, guess what? You're out. Bajent, you're in. I'm not going to take your bullshit. That's how a coach handles a player. Instead, it was just a clown car of garbage that was going on. So my question was, like, I was with Kevin Byard. I had dinner with him. He said, dude, this guy, Ben Johnson, I love him. He's different. He is all about accountability. And if you don't do what he wants, he doesn't care. He doesn't care who you are. Get out. And so I asked the question that day when Phil's texting me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, relax, Phil. I'm asking the question, how long will he be patient? Period. That was the end of it.
Right. Cap, you and Phil and I were on the phone just chatting, off air the other day. And
Yep.
I
love
brought up-
those calls, by the way. I hope you guys know that.
Oh yeah, we do.
love
We
talking to
appreciate
you.
them.
Yeah, it's the best.
I brought up, whenever anybody says, Caleb, like what you just brought up, that he wasn't 100% bought in, and the Tyler Dunn report saying that he's blowing off meetings and blowing off coaches and all of that stuff. You also have to look at it from a different perspective. You've been around professional sports for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
And I don't give a shit what sport it is. If you're not bought in at some point and you're going out and putting up any type of positive stats, 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Mhm.
And if you're doing that and you're not bought in and not doing your job,
Then what would you be if you were bought in and well coached?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That comes, what it tells me is that you are one of the most talented players in all of football. if that's
Right,
the case.
but I had multiple guys on that team
Yep.
that said, this dude has such ability, it's unbelievable. But if he does not fix his work ethic's the wrong term. If he does not fix his process, his daily process, he's never going to get there. And
We've been
that's why
around a lot of people. We've been
and that's
around a
why
lot.
Ben Johnson is here.
Exactly.
and
They were
coaching
hiring one
negative-
of two guys. I can promise you this.
Go ahead.
They were hiring either Mike Vrabel or Ben Johnson. They wanted someone to come in and clean up their broken culture.
Yep.
Well, it continues to be broken under George and Ryan Poles. We're not completely out of the storm that I call softness in Chicago, but Ben is a big dose of penicillin, because you and I know, you've coached, I coach, you can't just talk about it. You have to be about accountability.
You do?
And it's a different level of athlete now. Look no further than Indianapolis. I forget where they took this quarterback, Richardson.
Fourth
overall pick. Arrogant, talented, built like a tank, like Justin Fields.
Yeah, but he asked to come out during a game. Hey, I need
That's
a blow.
what I'm saying.
What? You're the fuck.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't know. I know I can't swear.
Oh no, you can. You can.
Swear.
Oh, I
You
can't.
can, you're good.
You're the
Yeah.
fucking quarterback. What do you mean you need to take a break?
But that's the thing right there, Cap.
That's
They're
the difference between the
they're
two. is
treating
what I'm-
Caleb Williams like
like
Caleb
he's him.
Williams did that.
Exactly.
Correct.
I mean,
That
you
was
don't.
my
You
point.
never. Can you imagine if Caleb Williams did that? What Chris Canty would say
took
tomorrow morning?
Oh, he'd lose his mind.
68
that's my point.
sacks, never left, got up all the time to deliver. I don't give a fuck about his work ethic, according to these fucking players that are a part of the problem too. You got to put that into. Why aren't you stepping up as a leader and cleaning up the locker room, or having a adult conversation, or showcasing to a young talent?
That
who
they
comes
may
from
have.
the NFL?
It's just he didn't have great direction in
100%.
terms of, he's got Matt Eberflus. Are you kidding? Here's a funny story. I played in a charity golf outing on Monday for Paws for Patrick. It's dogs for children with mental health issues. And they give these very expensive, that's my dog Stanley barking, speaking of mental health issues right there. And Paws for Patrick takes these dogs, and they spend tens of thousands of dollars training them, and they take them to mental health facilities where there's a lot of, 15 to 25-year-olds that need help. And so I was there, and I'm walking up the fairway. Come on, Stanley, you got to go out. I'm walking up the fairway, and the caddy that was assigned to our foursome, he's like, oh, you know who lives right over there on the other side of those trees? I said, who? He said, Matt Eberflus. And I said, I'll be right back. Where are you going? I want to go thank him for that shitty defense that he put out there the other day. And he laughed. I didn't
You were
obviously
going
go.
over to get some honey. Or
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
for the bees.
From his bees. Exactly. What do they call a guy who raises bees? What is that called?
Oh man, what
Yeah,
is it
it's
called?
somebody in the chat will have it.
Logan would probably get it. I'm putting money on him or Sean.
Come on, somebody tell us. What do
Yes,
they call a
indeed.
bee raiser?
The beekeeper is
No,
it's
right
like
here.
an actuary or something
Beekeeper is
like
the
that.
guy on that movie who went out and killed.
Oh,
all
that was
the
your
bees.
favorite movie.
I don't know my favorite, but it was one of them. We loved it.
I know you did. I ended up watching the movie.
It's so
Because
violent, but
you-
it's awesome.
I can't.
Awesome.
Nobody's getting it. Nobody's getting it.
Hey, Mindy, what do they call a guy who raises bees?
Apiary. Apiary? Is that how you
Apiary?
Is it an apiary?
Apius?
She's on the phone. Who knows?
Apiarist.
Ape.
You got to be careful with this.
Yeah,
word.
that could be a bad one.
bad
right.
Yeah. What, hon? Apiary is birds, she said.
Oh,
What do they call someone who raises bees? No, not a beekeeper.
Apiarist.
Yeah, that's what Phil said. She goes, a beekeeper.
I didn't say it.
No. Yeah, no.
The one in the
So yeah, so I wanted to go over and ring his doorbell. He and I are not in a good place, and that's okay. I'm fine with that because last year, I know Shane remembers. I don't know if Phil does. I know I've talked to Shane about this. So they have a shitty offensive performance. I know that's shocking to everybody. And then he calls in on my show with Hoodie, Cap and J Hood, and phone drops out. He calls back. Sorry, guys. Phone drops out again. The third time I go, Coach, I got to tell you, man, your phone is as bad as your offense.
I
Click.
was watching that.
Gone.
game.
That was the last time he's ever spoken a word to either of us. And he got fired a week or two later.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
I
is.
was
It's
proud. I texted you. Thank God you did that.
Yeah. That was
You held them more accountable than polls.
that. Look, it's funny. You look at the roster, they're spending the fifth highest amount of money on defense.
a problem.
Fifth highest. Now I know they're missing TJ Edwards. They're missing Jalen Johnson. They're missing Tyler Gordon. They're missing Austin Booker. They're missing Terrell Smith. That's at least 5 guys in your top, 14?
Yeah.
I would put Kyler Gordon as your number 1 defensive football player. Huge loss for what
I don't know if
Dennis
he's
Allen
better
has.
than Jalen Johnson, but he's very, very good.
100% believe it and know it. He's 100% better than Jalen Johnson. I'm telling you now.
He's a very good player. I think they're both Pro Bowl caliber players. I don't know if I'd say he's 100% better than Jalen.
When he's healthy, I could stand on that. But the problem, the kid is always out. He's always out. He's always
because he's
hurt.
a hard-hitting guy who's slight of build. It's a tough combination. That's why they're. I talked to him.
You don't even know what does he have? Some leg.
It's a hamstring.
Jesus.
And I talked to a friend of mine who scouts in the league, and when we were chatting, he loves Kyler Gordon. He said he's the best slot corner in the league. He said I
100%.
really, really like him a lot, but he said I'm concerned that he won't last because of his body type. This is the same guy that, not on talent, on projection, he had Jaden Daniels, I think the 4th or 5th quarterback in that class. He said, if you told me I needed to win just his rookie year, I'll take him over everybody but Caleb. But he said, 4 years from now, I don't know what his body's going to be like.
Right.
That's where TTNL had him.
Where we were. That's
So,
where we were.
So now that we're talking about other quarterbacks, I thought that this might be fun, Cap. I'm gonna name starting quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm gonna go through the entire list, and we're not gonna. It's just based on where they are in their careers right now, because that's all we can do. You tell me if you would take that quarterback or Caleb Williams moving forward.
All right, so these are guys currently starting in the NFL.
Current starters, but I'm not gonna say Carson Wentz. I'm gonna say JJ McCarthy, even though Carson's playing right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, all right, let's start at the top. Kyler Murray or Caleb Williams?
Oh, please. Caleb Williams.
Yep. Michael Penix or Caleb?
Caleb.
Lamar Jackson or Caleb?
Oh, wow. Right. Look, the guy won 2 MVPs and probably could have won a third. Until Caleb shows me more, I will say Lamar Jackson.
And so the next one is Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yep. Bryce Young or Caleb?
Caleb.
Joe Burrow or Caleb? You're going to go Joe.
Right now, but again, that's 2 out of 3 years. This dude's had a serious injury.
All right, so call it. Who is it?
And I'm taking him for what period?
You're taking him today.
For going forward for how long?
As long as he can play. You're the general manager of the Bears, and they will trade you Joe Burrow for Caleb straight up.
No, I wouldn't make the trade.
All right, so you taking Caleb.
Yeah, okay. I'm rolling the dice that my evaluation and my head coach that I now have. If you told me it was still Eberflus and it was the clown car of what went on last year,
right,
I'd probably roll the dice on Joe Burrow, because obviously if I've already got him signed, I've been able to fit him into my cap, and he's taken a team to a Super Bowl, and I think he's a hell of a player. Knowing that he's injured again, I don't know if they're going to change coaches in Cincinnati. I love Ben Johnson. I would take Caleb Williams, rookie contract, and try and develop him into a superstar.
All right, so that brings us to Cleveland and Joe Flacco.
Oh, stop. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're at 6 right now.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
I'd take Caleb. And I think right now, today, like I'm giving you projection, right now, today, I would tell you Dak Prescott's a top 12 quarterback in the NFL. Unfortunately, he's in a terrible organization.
Yep. Bo Nix.
Oh, Caleb.
All right, so that puts us at what, 10? Jared Goff.
Oh, wow. Jared Goff today is the best quarterback in the NFC North today.
So you're taking Jared.
But how old is Jared Goff?
29 or 30.
9, I think.
Yep, he's right in that. He's either 29 or 30.
I mean, I think a year from now, I might say to you, it's Caleb Williams.
But it's today.
Today?
Yep.
I mean, how do I go against Jared Goff? He's won to the level he's won, and he's had a 5,000-yard season. So hard to say I wouldn't take Jared Goff, but I do think. I mean, is Caleb going to be a 5,000-yard passer and take a team to a Super Bowl and another one to an NFC title game? I don't know. I can't answer that.
So you're taking Jared then?
I guess until Caleb shows me more, I'll take Jared.
You're going to Vegas, bud.
All right. Jordan Love.
Oh, Caleb Williams. I had this argument today with a good friend of mine who's a Packers season ticket holder. And I said to him, Jordan Love or Caleb? He's like, is that a real question? I said, actually, it's not, because it's Caleb Williams. And he was furious.
CJ Stroud.
Caleb Williams.
Daniel Jones. So that's Caleb.
Caleb Williams.
Trevor Lawrence.
Caleb Williams.
Mahomes, you're going Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yep. Gino. That's going to be Caleb.
That's Caleb.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert right now. Do I think Caleb can get there? Absolutely, I do. But right now, again, I can't give it to you just with my heart.
Matthew Stafford.
I mean, he's 30, whatever. What is he, 37, 38?
38, I think.
Well, I don't want him going forward. I don't know if he's going to be able to walk in 6 years.
Right.
So he's a better – I hope Caleb has the kind of career that he has. I mean, Matt Stafford's won a Super Bowl. Matt Stafford is borderline going to the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, going forward, yeah, I'm taking Caleb Williams, but he's 23 versus a guy who's 38.
All right, Tua.
Oh, Caleb.
Yep.
I'm not a Tua guy, but I never was.
JJ McCarthy.
Oh, Caleb Williams. And I like JJ.
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones that likes him and liked him in the
coming
draft.
out, too. He was my number 2 quarterback that draft.
I had him. I'm with you. I had him number 2 in that draft.
Me too. Drake May.
Caleb.
Spencer Rattler.
Oh, please. One of my first round mock or whatever that idiot's name is.
Yeah.
No, we just call him idiot.
At the New York Giants, they just named their new quarterback.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, you're taking Caleb.
I'm taking Caleb.
Justin Fields.
Oh, stop. I think he's a great kid. I really do. People that, even in the organization that worked with him and people that did some charity stuff said he's an awesome person. Yep. And I've always heard that about him. So God bless him. He's an awesome person. He's not a very good NFL quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
I mean, he won a Super Bowl MVP. So until my guy does that, I'm going to say it's Jalen Hurts.
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, he's 41 years old. He's one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport. So going forward, I'll take Caleb. But can my guy get to that level? I mean, I would bet against it simply because there's been 7 billion quarterbacks.
You're doing it from today. Yeah. So
from today, I'd take Caleb. But Aaron Rodgers, one of my favorite players, and I know he was a Packer. I like that dude. For some reason, the way he plays, I like him.
Brock Purdy.
Caleb, but I do like Brock Purdy more than most. I think he's a winning football player.
Sam Darnold.
Caleb.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, God. Right now, it's Baker. I like him a lot. I think he is a unbelievable example of somebody who resurrected his career by just continuing to grind and work hard.
Cam Ward.
I don't know enough about him, so I'll say Caleb because he's my guy.
We're finishing it up with Jaden Daniels.
Caleb Williams. And I would tell you this, and people think I'm nuts, and I see these idiots on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, where idiots go to play. And I said that if the Bears were on the clock tonight, armed with all the knowledge that they have to this very moment, and if I was running that draft,
Yep.
Chicago is on the clock, David Kaplan's the GM of the 2024 NFL draft, I would still take Caleb Williams.
So would I.
So, Cap, Caleb Williams, you chose 7 quarterbacks in the league over Caleb.
Correct.
Overall.
Now, if you said that question to me, hey, Cap, just for the rest of this season or for the next year, you get this guy. Okay, I'll take Aaron Rodgers till Caleb proves to me he's that guy. Or I'll take, whoever it is that we talked about. But going forward, I got the next 5 years.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
Caleb. And
that's why I did it that way. It's just more realistic to say you get everything they have right now at their current age, moving forward. Because it's all part of the process. But you got 7 guys, and I mean so you ended up having Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Yep.
Mahomes.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
Yep.
And Jalen Hurts. And Baker
And
Mayfield.
every one of those guys has either had a 4,500, 5,000 yard season.
Right.
Or
I agree with
won a Super Bowl or gone to a Super Bowl or a conference title game.
Yeah.
So until my guy does that, my heart says yes, but I got to be fair.
You get my point, Cap. If you ask Colin Cowherd or Chris Canty or any of these guys, he's down. They're going to have 15 guys ahead of him.
Okay, so hold on. Hoodie, you know who I like a lot? I like, maybe I'm biased because he's a good guy. I had dinner for a friend's birthday. I got seated next to this guy, and is Nick Wright from Fox.
Yes.
So
we lost your video, Cap.
Hold on. You're getting me back in 1 second. I'm bringing this picture up.
No worries.
So Hoodie sent me, we were watching the show while we were on the air today. And where is it? Hoodie takes a screenshot with his phone. Here it is. Of the Mahomes Mountain. Do you know what that is?
No.
He does on Fox every morning or every week, Mahomes Mountain. And he has at the top of Mahomes Mountain today, he has Josh Allen. The next level down is Mahomes and Lamar. The next level down is Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. The next level down, and it could change week to week, Stafford, Goff, Prescott, Daniel Jones, based on how he's played this year only. And he goes down 3 more levels. 3 weeks ago, Caleb was on the bottom level. He has now risen up 2 levels. It's Love, Caleb, Darnold, Jaden Daniels, and Geno Smith. The level below that is Stroud, Rodgers, May, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, and Cam Ward. And the bottom level is Bo Nix, Mac Jones, because he was the starter, Fields, Flacco, Wentz, Tua, and Bryce. And I think if Caleb goes out and wins another player of the week this week, I'm not saying he will. If he did, he probably jumps up and knocks either Jones or Daniel Jones or Dak off Mahomes Mountain. So
Yep.
There are other people that believe in this kid like we do.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the truth is, I agree with how you rank them and showcase them there.
There's the mountain right there.
There it is, right on the screen. Mahomes Mountain that
Yeah.
Cap is talking about here.
And he changes it every week. And I think Nick is really fair. He like if Caleb goes out and goes 8 for 26 for 71 yards with 3 picks and a fumble loss, and the Bears lose, he's going down, and that's fair. That's what I like, fair analysis.
And and to his credit, he's never had that game. In terms
correct.
of picks and stuff.
That is correct. So I liked. I look to watch the All 22 every week. I pay for it. I watch it. And then I like to talk to Olin, Tommy Waddle, even my producer Shay, who loves watching it. He's like a junkie on it. I just like to hear Phil, Shane, their opinions on guys. And then I go back and I watch it again. And like tomorrow night on the flight, I'm sitting next to Waddle. So we're going to watch the game film together. And I love, like I went to Olin's house one day. He goes, bro, this was when Justin was the quarterback. Bro, you got to listen to me here. Watch this. And he explains to me, goes, and I'm looking at offensive line play like I had never looked at it before. Like he's like, watch this footwork here. Well, I never really looked for that. I just looked to see if a guy got blocked or not.
Sure.
And so I'm going to watch some of this with Waddle tomorrow. I believe in Caleb. Now, I am a Bears fan. I want to believe in Caleb because I want my favorite football team to finally figure this the fuck out. But I think they have. I really do. I really believe in that kid.
I believe in him too. He's the best I've ever scouted.
I'm right there with you. The part that pisses me off is I just don't know there's no moves at running back, Cap. It's a problem. Roshan Johnson, I don't even know how the kid's rosterable.
Yeah, he shouldn't. I said today on the show, Phil might have heard me. I said, why is this guy on the team? He can't even get a carry. Kyle Monungai, whatever. He's nothing. DeAndre Swift. Now, he did make, if you go back and watch the flea flicker the other day against Dallas, so he got hit in the shoulder as he's trying to pitch the ball back.
Yeah, right when it's going, yep.
And it goes up in the air. Watch what he does after that. Most guys would just quit on the play then. It's just reaction. All right, I did my job. He picks up the linebacker and hits him. Otherwise, Caleb can't get the throw off. Yeah. That was like a very underrated thing that people aren't talking about. So is he a good player? He's a solid player. That's all he is.
He's a Robin. He's not a Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's fine. Yeah. You went out with a girl who's like a 6. Yeah.
The problem, you're sitting there though, and you see the problem, and nothing gets done. For me, it's football negligence. We knew about Eberflus and all that, but now roster-wise, Rashawn being on the roster is negligence. It's politics. Here's a kid, Britton Brown, who showed more at running back, has a history with your Eric Bieniemy, comes in the preseason and stands out as a runner, and physical, finding the holes, running downhill, and he's sitting there on your practice squad while Rashawn Johnson, who you drafted and you want to save face just like you did with
Velus Jones. Yeah.
Same fucking thing. And the team suffers because you're too much of a fucking pussy, Ryan Poles, to do the right thing. Is Ben responsible as well? The kid Ian Wheeler showed a lot, way more than Rashawn Johnson ever did. He's cut and gone. And Rashawn Johnson still, I don't even know what he does. He's the up man on punt team. That's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, Ben has a lot of sway with the roster. That's just a fact. He absolutely does. Like, he desperately wanted Colston Loveland. Desperately. And, Eberflus wanted Tremaine Edmonds. So what's the GM's job? If your head coach says, you got to get me Phil, you got to get him for me. Well, you got to do it. So if you don't like that type of player, then don't hire that coach. They wanted Colston. My problem with their philosophy in the draft, I
It's
looked
the
at.
same one we had, Cap.
Okay, we'll see if we're aligned here. Okay, you want to take Colston Loveland? You think he's going to be a game-breaking guy? Okay, that's fine. Your head coach wants him. Cool. I wouldn't have taken Luther Burden, and I'm not telling you he's not a hell of a talent.
Yeah.
I would have drafted edge. I would have moved up probably to get Travion Henderson because that was my guy. I loved him. Great pass block guy. He can run the ball. I would have probably taken him. I would have moved in front of New England to get him. But let's assume they didn't do that. I probably would not have gone tight end, wide receiver. And then on top of it, I know you and I had to talk about it. I liked the kid at Minnesota, Ursery, the left tackle. They had some.
TTNL wanted Ursery at 39, maybe not.
There were multiple
Like that.
teams that had a character mark against him and wouldn't take him. I don't think you can have 53 choir boys. I think I'm not telling you that you take an armed robber. I'm not telling you that. But when the kid from Rutgers, the pass rusher, is there, and Ursery from Minnesota is there, you can't take one of them? And then when you take Ozzie Trapillo, he can't. He may be the greatest right tackle in the history of the sport. I have no idea. They brought him in thinking he could play left tackle, and he can't.
But Cap,
That's how we scouted him.
The problem there is
he can't play left tackle.
If you go back and watch the 1920 football drive, Ryan Poles paints the picture for everybody in what they do and how they operate in the draft room. He came right out himself and said, after the trade down, we said to ourselves, we better take Trapillo because if we don't take one here, the fall off is deep. And that is a tough way to draft when you're in round two. And it didn't just go there. You back up a year to the Caleb draft. They're in night number 2, and it's on air. It's on 1920 football drive from last year also. They're talking about day 3. This is on night number 2. They're like, all right, for tomorrow, we're going to go with the punter. Cincinnati might be interested in him. We're going to go with the punter tomorrow, and then we're going to come up from 5 and try to move for Booker. So how are you preaching that you're going best player available when you don't even know who's on the goddamn board yet?
That's a fair question. Here's my other thought is you've done nothing really. I mean, okay, Dio Odengbo, yeah, he had a really good game against Minnesota. He did. But you haven't really gone and got a really awesome edge guy. You haven't. And Jared Verse was sitting on the board. Now, that would mean you wouldn't have Roma Dunze, who I love, and I think is a hell of a player. And I think the reason they went and got him is because they're going to get out of DJ Moore's money as fast as they can. It's just not quite quickly enough because there's so much dead cap left. But you've got to address edge. You've got to address left frickin' tackle. Braxton Jones is not the answer, and nor is Theo Benedette on a team that has championship aspirations, and that's why you should be building a roster. You got to get a running back. You absolutely – I asked this question to Waddle and Olin last night. Would you trade when I say significant draft capital, I'm not talking about my first-round pick or my second-round pick. I'm talking like, would you give up a 3 or a 4 for the right running back out there to get a back in here that now it's that back and DeAndre Swift? Yep.
Oh, we lost your
audio, Cap.
Can you hear us, Cap?
Game and the New Orleans game, and I'm trying to remember who else they have. There's one more. If you look up and you go, wow, we're over 500, I would absolutely take a shot. If I could get like Breece Hall, somebody like that, I'd take a shot.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and this is what disappoints me with Ryan Poles and even with Ben Johnson is they're not even rolling the dice on like a Damian Martinez on the Seattle Seahawks practice squad, who is a power back with some speed, or Audric Estime, who's just sitting in Philly and is never going to have a chance to play. There's There's no risk in bringing him here to Chicago. And
It's pathetic what they've done with the running back position.
Yeah,
And
because in this town, Phil, we're known for two things, unfortunately: linebackers and running backs.
right, they think it's gonna magically appear. No, Cap. I'm on the record because we covered the draft. It would have once Banks got off the board.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you want, and I think they wanted him too. Which good. He's the best tackle in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's starting in New Orleans.
Right. Yeah. He goes, now you got to do something different. Sorry, Ben. This pass rush sucks here. Cole Kmet is serviceable. We'll get you your guy in round 2 or 3. I got a guy that's better than Colston Loveland. I can get you a guy. His name is Harold Fannin Jr. from Bowling Green.
But it was one of the deepest tight end crops in the draft.
Deepest tight end crop
in years.
And running back crop in a long time. Tackle and pass rusher is the need because that's what our roster said. So you have to put on your big boy pants and be a GM and talk to your coach about the roster hole that you have. And pass rusher would have been the turn because Banks is gone. You go and get Mikael Williams. That's who I would have taken for the Bears there. Finally get an end. Then I would have totally sprinted to the podium for Ursery.
Thomas, Loveland is not available in round 3. He wasn't lasting at all.
Drafted.
Round 3, the Rams tried to trade up to 9 to get him.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
He was not going to be there.
He was the darling of a lot of teams, but the Rams most aggressively tried to go in front of the Bears to get him.
Yeah.
So then you're looking at running back. I was drafting Scatterbo.
But let me ask you a question.
Third round, by the way.
Javonte Williams. You've got J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb. There were guys you could have signed that would have made you a better room.
Post-draft, you're talking now. I'm talking draft. They fucked themselves. This is let's
where
on what he's saying. Hold on, Shay. He said on 1920 Drive again, we're going to shock everybody here. We're going to take this special team shitty, speedy linebacker with our 4th round
Ruben
pick. Ruben Hippolyte. And we really like this kid. He's got a great personality. George loves him. That's the kind of shit you're doing. Ruben Hippolyte. Yeah, you shocked the whole NFL. Everybody thought he was going to be undrafted or 7th round pick. You took him in the 4th. You had a shot at running back there.
You did?
You had a shot at edge. The kid
now,
Sawyer.
What did you guys think when they took Torrey Taylor last year?
I liked it. I liked Torrey Taylor. I thought that was a smart. Okay, I see the punter we previously had.
It's just it's cocky.
But it was an arrogant move.
Yeah, that's what Waddle called it, a pick of arrogance.
Yeah.
It was.
So
he said if you're the Ravens, if you're the Chiefs, all right, we got a complete roster. We're going for it. We're taking that weapon who can help us. Right now, I'd like to know if he understands the word hang time.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I haven't he's had a couple of
Christian
punts
has it right
where you saw it and you're like, all right, that's nice. But I mean, to warrant round 4. But just to get back to running back, Cap.
You know who went after him, right?
Oh, yeah, the kid from Tampa.
Bucky Irving.
Yeah. So the Bears wanted Travion Henderson,
USC.
like I think we all know, and then New England.
That was their guy.
So then they made the trade down. They made the trade down because in round 4, there was 2 running backs that they wanted. Number 1 was Bashul Tootin, the running back from Virginia Tech that ended up in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one was Cam Scatterbo. They went back to back. They went like pick 103 and 104 in round 4. The Bears had pick 109, and then they bailed. And that's where everything fell apart for Ryan Poles in a big, big way, was that trade at 109 and going down, because he made the trade. He had 39 and 41 and then he made the trade at 41 with Buffalo to move back, and that's when he got Trapillo and Turner. But Ryan Poles got played in this
Awful.
draft,
He's
trying to
awful.
move around the board.
And they give him an extension. It's the
Why
Barrett.
can't you go up from 109 and go, I got to get my running back now?
100%.
Well, Cap, this is the funny part, but this is what they do, and this is where they're full of shit. So when they took Roshan Johnson, Ryan Poles is on record calling Roshan a franchise pillar in terms of leadership and in the locker room the day that they drafted him. The funny part about that is, Cap, the Bears had the first pick in round 4 that year, and they traded down. So if you really believe that about Roshan,
then you take him right there.
Exactly. So you know he's full of shit.
So much fucking bullshit from Ryan. The worst is George trickling down to Poles. Again, the penicillin is Ben that you hope, but sometimes you got to control your offense.
But just remember, we're asking, like, leadership at the top. He's won as many playoff games since 2011 as the chairman as the three of us and all of your fine viewers combined. Yep. 0.
Exactly.
Not
0.
a freaking one. And so leadership is what trickles down through the organization. Ryan is just the latest guy. If he wasn't here, and I like him as a guy, he's a really good dude. If he doesn't do it, you're going to bring in the next Ryan Pace, Ryan Poles, Phil Emery, Jerry Angelo. Like, I'm still shocked that they ended up paying $13 million a year for Ben Johnson.
But
never thought they would do it.
Isn't Ben Johnson picking the next GM if they moved on from Ryan Poles?
He would have a massive amount of say.
Right.
So that would be against what you're saying. You're right, but at the same time, you're wrong. They shouldn't have extended this asshole. They should have let it play out. Let Ben do what he's doing and figure out what they've done with Ryan Poles in regards to how you build a roster is pathetic. Pass rusher, left tackle, you landed the fucking golden goose in Caleb Williams. And yes, you have a coach that wanted to coach Caleb Williams coming here. That's why Ben's here, because Tom Brady gave him a fucking blank check. True story. If he wanted money, he would have went to the Raiders. The Bears had to ante up. Obviously, the agent ain't going to play that game, but at the same time, he wanted Caleb Williams, rightfully so. He understands the talent here. So now you have to build through this. They have not done it. Cap, we're on the phone with you, and Shane's giving you the stats of the Chicago Bears drafting defense.
Oh, I know. I sat there reading it that night in bed. My wife's like, you got to get up. I get up at 3:56 in the morning to go to work. And my wife's like, what are you doing over there? I said, oh, my buddy Shane sent me all these names. She's like, go to sleep. Jesus. I'm like, nah, I can't. It's like porn to me. I got to read it.
Yeah, it's
pathetic what they've skipped over pass rusher. They trade for them and sign them to try to fill the void of the general manager. Now, I don't know if it's wrong. Is George interfering with Ursary? He's got red flags. The kid Mike Green got issue. The Ravens could take him.
So what I've been told, and I'm not talking about specifically Mike Green, that if they take a red flagged guy, and I mean we're talking red flags like sexual assaults, things like that. He didn't get 8 speeding tickets. Jalen Carter was absolutely someone that they had to run by George, and they better do their homework. He green-lighted. Who was the guy that they signed when Ryan Pace first got there? Who was the defensive lineman?
Ray McDonald.
Ray McDonald. They had to go to George, and rightly so. He had domestic violence in his background. You don't want to take a guy and then something else happens or pops up, and they ask the owner, why'd you allow him to be drafted? I didn't know. Well, that really looks bad. So they had to go to him. He said, I want to talk to the kid. The kid falls on his sword, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then he does it again, and the Bears cut him, and they look, stupid. Like, what are you guys doing? Why would you bring that kid in? That was George giving a kid a second chance. Very noble thing to do. So I think they're a little nervous about doing that. That's what I think.
Too many choir boys. Too many of them. And
yeah,
that's the problem. That's a problem.
When you take a shot at a culture question mark, he better be a great player.
We all knew that Jalen couldn't be because that was the writing on the wall for Matt Eberflus. And this coincides with this question.
Yeah,
should Ryan Poles have fired Eberflus before drafting Caleb Williams?
Yes, but he wasn't allowed to.
Why? Why?
Because they had 3 years of money left, and George wasn't going to. At that point,
so
George wasn't going to eat it.
Fucking up the franchise, right?
Well, Eberflus was making
the right thing.
I believe Eberflus was making $7 million.
Get the fucking money. They're $9 billion.
I don't disagree. It came out 9.88 today or whatever it was.
8.9.
Yeah. 8.99. Okay.
Think about this. Come on, please.
But I don't disagree with what you're saying,
Eberflus in the season next year.
I don't disagree with you. I would have fired him. It's a $9 billion franchise, but it's not our money. That's not how the McCaskies operate. It isn't.
Again, you're proving the point by saying these statements. They did fire the guy. George tried to poo-poo the first time in the history we're firing somebody in season. That's not a big deal. Yeah, it is, George, because you're the guy. If this is true, what KAP is saying, that Ryan Poles wanted him fired, I heard the other guy wanted him fired, and Ryan Poles didn't. I heard Kevin Warren wanted Eberflus gone, and Ryan Poles wanted to give him another year.
Yeah, from what I was told, Ryan was good with moving on. Kevin was good, and George went, we're not paying that dude $21 million to go play against us.
So how much are they paying him now?
Well, how much is he making in Dallas?
I don't know.
Because there's an offset, and you can't say, I hate the Bears. They fired me. I'll work for $1. That's not allowed. You have to pay him market value. So they pay him market value. Let's say he's getting $3 million to be the D coordinator. Then the Bears are on the hook for the other $4 per year for, I think he's got, 2 more years left. They owe him, I think, 14. Let's say Dallas pays him 6. The Bears give him the other 8.
And he's not even going to be in Dallas after this year, let's be honest.
I wouldn't think so. He also has shitty talent, but I don't think he's very good at his job, personally.
No.
Yeah. And the Bears under George kept him because of money. Can we bottom line that? The football team didn't take priority. That should be the goal.
Well, here's the other thing. You hire Ryan Pace, not Poles, Pace.
Yep.
He's basically bringing in, and I know this to be true because he told me to my face, he's bringing in Dan Quinn as his head coach. That was his guy. He loved him.
There you go.
And they said, Ryan, you're a young GM, a first-timer. Ernie Accorsi and I think you need to go with a more experienced guy, John Fox, who was a golden parachute just looking for one more payday. Bad hire. Terrible. So
George again interfering. The meddler, I call him. The meddler.
Yes. And then you hire Ryan Poles. Ryan, here's the candidates that we've interviewed. Here's Matt Eberflus. Here's Dan Quinn. And the third one was Jim Caldwell.
Quinn was back again.
Quinn comes in. This is a true story. I reported this on the air.
I remember.
And I got a call from Quinn's agent. And he said, okay, how the hell would you have gotten that? Well, I've got good sources. I've been around a long time. So they bring Dan Quinn in. Dan's not a small guy.
No.
And guess what? George had a policy. He did not want people flying first class. He thought, you can fly coach. And George would sit on the charters, like not in the front in first class, in the middle of the plane. And finally, Kevin Warren said to him, George, it's not a badge of honor that the owner, the chairman of the board of a $9 billion corporation is sitting like a peasant in the coach seats. That's not a badge of honor. It's odd. You need to sit up front. You need to act like the CEO. And so they bring Dan Quinn in. He is in a middle seat in the last row of coach.
Oh my God.
It's embarrassing.
That is a fact. And Dan
100%.
Quinn was so incensed. There's some people that have contacted me on either social or sent me an email at the radio station. Oh, he's too good to sit and coach. Yeah, you're goddamn right he is. He's an
100%.
NFL head coach. You run a $9 billion organization. Most teams have a charter jet the owner owns, and they fly people in private. You don't even have that, so you can't bring him in first class. That's not how a franchise runs a first-class business. So Dan Quinn's pissed off coming into the interview. He and Ryan don't have a good vibe, and Dan gets on a plane and goes home.
It's disgraceful.
That's disgraceful.
Yes, George is fake humble. I've been around the guy. It's a facade. Like
I know
riding around
that
in your
Poles
fucking
and Warren
scooter.
went to George and said, hey,
Bro.
we're getting a NetJets account, and we're bringing people in first class. Sorry, we're doing it. And they
That's
just
why it changed, people, because KAP actually reported it. I'm giving you props that you deserve because it's the truth. Once
is
it got
the truth.
out there, it was
I'll
so
take the props on that one. I appreciate
you
it.
do. You deserve it.
They were not happy I reported it, but I do know Poles and Warren both said to George, okay, George, this nonsense has to stop. We have to act like a big boy franchise. We're the freaking Bears. And that's what they did.
It's sad, man. And it's still a problem. KAP giving you the behind the scenes stuff tonight.
Attitude reflects leadership. Remember that in Remember the Titans?
Yep.
Well, that's the same thing in the National Football League.
Let me ask you this to piggyback off that statement. You have an owner that's the grandson of the guy who
started the league.
The league.
Yeah.
But stood for everything to win. If he had to fucking cheat, he was going to do it to win versus the complete utter opposite now. How do you do that? Getting yelled at, Mindy.
Mindy's all over me. I'm in the middle of a show. Huh? Yeah, Mindy. Why did I stick the dogs in the room with her? Because I'm out with my guys Phil and Shane.
We love Mindy.
There you go, Mindy.
We love Mindy.
Yeah, she's running the Lou Malnati's Brain Tumor Institute 53rd annual cancer benefit. She's the chairperson.
Yes.
And while I'm going to be playing cards and hanging out in Vegas, she's working. She's like, why did you stick the dogs here in the room while I'm trying to work?
KAP,
Sorry, Mindy.
No, Mindy. New Haven Pizza, #1. My whole experience in Chicago, I've told every fan, okay, the best pizza I've had in Chicago is Lou Malnati's.
There you go. I still want the New Haven stuff.
No, you come, you have to. We got to do it.
I want to come.
You got to do it, man. I had it tonight. My wife, Zapardi's, makes a frozen pizza for the boys. It's easier to get here.
Pretty good.
Cooked it for me tonight. It's amazing. I could send you some frozen stuff, but it doesn't give.
No, I want the real thing.
Yes,
but if I do it, Shane has to be there too.
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
You come in, I'll be there.
How far is it for you from Phil?
5 hours? 5.5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, 5.5.
That would be an awesome trip.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it, KAP.
Yeah, we'll set a time and we'll go.
That would
Yeah, life's too short. We talk about it. We have to do it.
That's right, Cap. We
100%.
gotta hit up that Montreal Canadiens game. Get that crossed off your bucket list.
You see
Now,
that
which
dog right
is
there?
This is a beautiful dog.
That is my Siberian Husky, Sparky. Say hi to Phil and Shane.
Very Sparky.
Sparky?
Sparkles.
Yeah, that's Sparkles right there. He's amazing. He's 10 and a half, and he is an incredible Husky. I got a black lab right down here who just tore up a pillow.
Oh
And then
my
I got
God! My dog Black Lab just chewed up her own bed.
Yeah,
why
yeah.
did they do this?
Well, right there. That's what our
there
golden
it is. The
retriever-
evidence. The evidence.
There's the golden right there. He's right back
Guy's
there.
got 3 dogs. This guy.
3 dogs, and we adopted the golden at a farmer's market in Wisconsin. And he's 1.5, and he's amazing, but he's
What's
out
his
of his
name?
mind. That's Maverick.
Yep.
The black dog here is Stanley, and this is Sparky.
Stanley.
Hey, say hi, Mav. Yeah.
Mav?
Mav.
Maverick.
Big Bears fan?
I just bought Bears bandanas for them to
there
wear on game day. Yeah. My wife thinks I'm insane.
I was gonna ask you, Cap, did you get to talk to Kevin O'Neill about his coaching start at my high school?
I did ask him. He told some great stories.
Yeah.
I love that dude. He's out of his mind, but I love him.
Yep.
Well, we don't want to keep you too late, Cav. I know you got to get up so early.
Yeah, I'm getting up early. I'm going to grab a little shut-eye, but make sure I get my recap done on the Cubbies and the White Sox. And
Where are the Cubs at now? What's the update?
8-2 Cubs in the 6th.
There you go. All our Cub fans.
So see if we can hang on,
I'm
find
rooting
a way
for
to
the
win a
Cubs.
baseball game, and then I'll be in Vegas late tomorrow night.
We'll have a blast.
You got it.
Win
Don't
some
wait.
big bucks.
Don't wait so long to have me back because I enjoy the hell out of this.
Yes. We love having you on, buddy. And
Feelings mutual.
best show in Chicago covering the Chicago Bears and Chicago sports right there. My guy,
We like to think of
my boy
ourselves
Hoodie.
as the TTNL of Chicago sports radio.
That is. There you go. That's
There
a
you go.
good plug right there for us
Right there.
too. But
All
you
right.
are
And
amazing.
and Shane, to think Phil used to hate me.
I know.
Listen,
I know.
I kept it 100.
Try
I
telling him,
hated
Cap.
Now
That's it.
I love this guy like a brother.
There you go. You're the man.
You're the man, brother.
All right, safe travels, Cap.
Safe
All right,
travels.
boys. We'll talk.
Text
All
me
the
when you
best.
land so I know you're there.
Oh, God. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Dad. See you later. Bye.
Bye. There he is, the great David Kaplan.
Always a good
Love
time
that
with Cap. Yeah, and but
Look at this guy, Lemonhead, our boy. Haven't
there
seen
he
him.
is. You got to get him back.
Former Bear. We got to get you back on the show.
Do you
The
remember
mule.
his? Do you remember his catchphrase?
Oh, hold on. Already.
Already? Is that what it
Isn't
was?
that it? Isn't it it?
You'll put it in the chat, I'm sure.
Lemonhead. That's it, right? Already. Already. Well, David Kaplan, I don't know, like how people can hate on Caleb is the same thing I feel with Cap now. This guy's such a genuine.
Oh yeah, and listen, it
down-to-earth.
is.
Me
It is.
and Shane
Listen,
hold him accountable and bust his
oh,
balls.
we have many conversations with Cap, like I said, off air, and he's, super honest all the time with us about the situation and stuff like that. And I just think people fall into the lull, Phil, of just not wanting to get hurt again because you want so bad for things to work out. Oh, that's awesome.
Coaching, Southern University. Look at this guy. Got to get you on the
Sweet.
show, Coach. Coach Lemuel.
Get him back on the show.
I know. I love Lemuel and Cap. Cap is always authentic,
Yeah.
always entertaining, always has a story. I love when Cap told you a story already, but you still listen to it like it's the first time.
Oh,
you
yeah.
heard it.
Yeah.
He is like just a brother. He's just a great guy. And in all honesty, not blowing smoke, it's the most him and Hoodie and the whole crew, even Shay. I don't agree with Shay half the time, but they all bring a level. And Jay Moore, who honestly plays every song that I grew up loving. So the whole morning show is like the TTNL of morning shows. That is a great line, Shane. Hopefully Jack or Ivan can clip that. The show is the truth, and Cap knows it. You can hear TTNL takes all over the local radio. Everyone has a tape guy now. I know. Speaking of tape, tomorrow around 4 o'clock, we'll be hitting the tape.
Who's that guy?
There he is. Look at him, tight in the suit.
Yeah. Safeties
Wolverine
coach.
colors. Safeties coach.
Love it.
Mule Stinson. Southern University. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mule, that's awesome. You got to call me. Connect.
But that's the thing, Phil, just to get back to Caleb and then to wrap that part of it up, that's why I was thinking about, something that we could do with Cap and just kind of put it in perspective. But you go through 32 or 31 other quarterbacks and you're choosing 7 quarterbacks over the current situation that you have. And as a Chicago Bears franchise, you're talking about a 23-year-old kid that's just scratching the surface. That's a pretty great place to be.
In year 2, with a first-time head coach, learning a new offense with all these new personnel and articulated languages that are completely different than what he's known. To be in week 3, I told you by week 5, I know. Like week 3 was a great showcase of what coaching and quarterbacks meeting in the middle. And now you're kind of formulating your identity. And Caleb Williams, Bears fans that are against the kid, you honestly have to look in the mirror. Are you really a Bears fan? Like, you've never had this kind of talent before. You have to let it grow. You don't plant a seed and all of a sudden wait 2 days and hopefully it grows into something that you can eat. It's got to grow. It's got to be watered. It's got to grow with the sun. It can't be overnight. And what Caleb has done, as Shane pointed out with Cap, to begin that segment, is Caleb, despite whatever you want to believe or whatever side you on in regards to his energy towards the team or the playbook or whatever it was, what he did do, despite it all, was outlandish based on reality of Bears history of quarterbacks.
And Phil, you've been around football your entire life, and and I'm not saying that Caleb's not guilty of doing things wrong last year. When I say that, I'm talking about, more so off the field and being completely bought in and maybe not doing everything that he should be. I'm sure there was, things that there was talk out there, between him and Rome and Keenan Allen, that it was a lot of times a race to get home to see who could turn on Call of Duty, the fastest and shit like that. But that notwithstanding, it does not line up statistically if you're not prepared. You cannot just show up in the NFL and not have buy-in and put up positive numbers like that. And if you can, that just means you're supremely talented. And that overall is a good sign for Chicago. And oh yeah, by the way, all of those players would know if there was no buy-in from last year. And guess what? They all voted him team captain this year. So that part is critical. You have to look at it from a broader perspective, and that's why I brought that up, with Cap, because I think that's absolutely, important as we move forward. And I mean, clearly the Bears aren't going to make any changes, Phil, here until probably after the Raiders game, as you're moving into your bye week. They're going to be doing anything. I think that's when you're going to see, maybe some a couple of roster moves. And I'm not saying it's going to be some big trade or anything like that, but you'll see some roster shuffling, stuff like that. But I don't agree with that. There's no reason that you can't shuffle the bottom of the roster now. You bring in a running back, claim a running back, and bring him in, have him here for a week or two, and if he doesn't work out, you move on. And it's not that big of a deal, but none of it's perfect. But QB1 is progressing every week. Rome is I think sliding into the wide receiver number 1 role, but people are afraid to there's people that are afraid to criticize. You say that TTNL is afraid to criticize Caleb Williams, which is bullshit. There's not a lot of people out there that want to bring up Rome dropping footballs. And it's happened every game.
100%.
And he's dropped touchdowns. He dropped a touchdown. And I understand the ball, it wasn't a perfectly thrown ball. Well, welcome to the NFL. That shit happens. You see that on a week in and week out basis. But you're a top 10 pick for a reason. Catch the ball.
I agree with you. I think it's pathetic, the vitriol that people have for Caleb Williams is on a different level. There's a lot of crazy takes about the nails that formulate into this homophobic narrative, and going down that political road is embarrassing. I don't even respond to it anymore. I think it's just a cheap, shitty showcase of who the person sending that or posting that. It cringes. It's cringeworthy. It's just embarrassing. The guy is what he is on the football field. What I saw in college at Oklahoma and then USC, and now with the Chicago Bears, there needs to be a level of accountability for the Chicago Bears to take. You got the coach now. Now you have to take a look at your offensive line and your defense and the pieces that actually build a franchise. I think KAP put it into good light that George has been in the way of winning too many times. Too many. And that's why you're in this predicament. We didn't get into, I wanted to ask him why the extension for Poles. What is the reason?
Well, there's only one reason, because they want to match up the times, and that it doesn't need to be done. It makes no difference whatsoever, Phil, because like I said, it's not like a player. Like if you have a young ascending player that you don't want to hit the market, that's different. General managers don't walk. They don't hold out. It's a completely different set of standards.
GM somewhere else.
There's no cap to worry about. So, Ryan, all right, so you want to hold, all right, bye, go.
Exactly.
He's not doing that.
It's pathetic.
It didn't need to be done.
Going back to the Caleb Shy North Side, was at a bar in the North Side during the Dallas game. I heard a drunk guy go, "I will never support a nail polish woke effing as my QB." You can read that comment. I want a real man like Bajent leading the team. This is the kind of stuff you're seeing all the time in regards to an opposing team saying this stuff, as well as our own fan base. If you can't get in there and support the guy that's absolutely the hope of your franchise, he's the captain of the ship, steering it with the coach, then I don't know what to tell you in regard. Bajent isn't scratching the surface of what Caleb Williams' talent is. Now, of course, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle when it comes to the quarterback play, but let's be honest. What Shane said in regards to what Caleb did, despite the complete negligence, not only in the coaching staff, but in the franchise, in his rookie year with 3 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, and so on down the line, young players are going to come in with a swagger. They're going to turn and look around the locker room. If veteran players aren't listening and giving a fuck about the coach and the culture he's trying to build, then what do you think the influences is going to be on the young guy, especially in this day and age, who you're young, you're talented, you're making all this money, you want to look the part? Are you going to follow lead? Are you going to stand up like, guys, come on, let's listen to Coach Flus. He knows what he's talking about. No. It was a dead decision, and KAP putting a exclamation point that George McCaskey made. So if it's true that Ryan wanted him gone and it wasn't done, then you're meddling piece of garbage owner. Sorry, George. It's what you are, bud. Gotta take a step back.
Let's move off of George. I'm just nauseated by it. They're not going anywhere. So, I mean, we're literally crying over spilled milk at this point. You know, come off a big win.
Still
We'll do
crying
that.
over Fields and Trubisky.
Oh yeah, no, I get it, man. It's hard to deal with, but we have bigger and better things to deal with at this point, and
yes,
this
let's
is one.
move on.
This is one of them.
I want to get to bed early tonight.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think Phil has a poem prepared tonight. Yeah,
Got some tweets tonight.
we
In
do,
the
and
streets tonight.
it is a little bit different approach tonight, as the tweets have been this year. I think it makes more sense not to restrict ourselves to just, written or texted tweets on X. So we are involving all forms of social media that involves X, Facebook, everything, Instagram, whatever there is out there, TikTok. We are going to use it all. So I always laugh when people want to bring up PFF and their scores. Well, let's take a look back at this and bring up something with PFF. Remove the comment. The top 10 NFL quarterback prospects via PFF heading into 2024. Number 1, Caleb Williams. Number 2, Drake May. Number 3, Michael Penix. Number 4, Quinn Ewers was a 7th round pick. This past draft, Bo Nix, Jordan Travis. Does everybody remember that guy? Joe Milton. Does everybody remember the guy that just threw the pick to end the Dallas and Chicago game? JJ McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, and ding, 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 number 10, Sam Hartman. Great job, PFF, you gurus of evaluation.
They thought they deleted this shit.
Oh yes, but I have receipts for days, Phil. We know how that goes. Absolutely. Back the music off here just a little bit. Get back up here. Oh,
great job, PFF.
Yeah, and let's speaking of dummies, let's bring up this guy, Peter Bukowski, at Peter_Bukowski. And this is what Peter resorts to every time the Bears win and the Green Bay Packers lose. He gets so distraught, he can't help it. And usually about 24 hours after they lose, he, in typical fashion, pulls out his blueprint of how he can cope. And he always resorts to talking about the Bears. And so after the loss for his Green Bay Packers the other day, he said the Bears fans get one win against a dog team, and all of a sudden they're back on top of the world. They're the most delusional fan base in sports. Yeah, we are, Peter. We are delusional, just like you. I think you're going to win the Super Bowl every fucking year and choke it away. Are you a better franchise than us? Yeah, you are. Have you been a better team than us? Yeah, you have been. Have you been better at developing quarterbacks over the years? Yeah, you have been. And guess what? You don't have that much to show for it. So, fuck you, man. That's all I have to say to Peter.
Did he not just get beat by a dog team?
Well, exactly, yeah. Worry about losing to the Cleveland Browns.
The dog pound.
Peter. Yeah.
Lost to the Browns, Peter. So all your optimism and all your hope gets labeled a question mark now.
Right. So let's have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to bring up this audio and video. Well, I guess this would quantify as the best tweet of the week, but it'll fit in either because it's really, really stupid with the reaction that this guy gives pregame. But just watch it, and here we go.
Yeah, y'all know what time it is. My boys about to put a beat down on them Bears. And you know this shit. And I'm not excusing my language, Sticks. I mean that. We gonna punish that ass today. So get ready. Matter of fact, make sure you pick your Tatiana out today before they sell out, bro. You heard me? How about them Cowboys? Cowboy Nation, I'm throwing a bad signal up, baby. We gotta get them today.
Yeah, sorry about that, bud. Sorry I couldn't work.
I'm crying. Does he have the post-game video from him too?
Oh yeah, well, here is a Green Bay Packers fan, and he has been on here. I played one of his videos before, watching the Chicago Bears versus Dallas game, and here are his live reactions in game.
What the freak? What the freak? Oh my gosh! Yep, Ben Johnson is in Chicago, guys. If you didn't freaking know, I didn't know the first 2 weeks, but I know now. Caleb drops back deep. Bro, what the freak? Nah, Caleb had 2 centuries to throw the freaking ball. Play action. There's no one there. There's no one freaking there. Oh my gosh, extra going. 4th and goal. Yes! Wide open! Not even a body on the freaking best receiver. Come on, Dak. Deep drop back. Here's the game for Dallas. Deep drop back. Yeah, we ain't scared of the Cowboys or the Bears, bro. This show.
Yeah. It's always fun.
Packers fan.
Yeah. So after
himself watching the Bears game, you got to be fucking some sort of psycho.
Oh yeah. Well, come on. He lives in Wisconsin. I mean, if he's not
nothing else to do.
If he's not abusing the family beagle, he's watching the Bears play football. So this genius took to the airwaves to break down why Caleb Williams is going to be a bust in the Dallas game. Proved nothing.
If you think that Caleb Williams lighting up the Dallas Cowboys is a prophetic indication of his future greatness, you're about to be disappointed. I would be terrified if I was a Bears fan, because if you know what you're looking at, you can tell that this was a hybridized version of Caleb's college offense with Ben Johnson's pro style, and you're not going to beat good teams with it. It's the little things. It's turning your back to the defense, seeing subtly how disoriented Caleb actually is. And it's not going to take time, and it's not going to take reps. This offense is not suited for him. And we've been saying since his USC days that he actually has a weak and very inconsistent arm. So again, this is what's going to happen. Caleb is only going to find success against terrible defenses and when his pass catchers are wide open. I mean, the Cowboys not even putting a hand on him should be an indication of how bad this defense actually was. Caleb will have some great plays again, but not the way you want. You want consistency. You want him to be able to pick apart defenses, not just throw that scripted play every time. And again, the Bears are going to win 6 or 7 games, but you want your first round pick to win you Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Wow.
So guys, let
is
that
the definition of blog boy.
Let that part sink in, that Caleb has a weak arm. And then here's the best part.
It's back to the off.
Caleb can't only make just the scripted plays. He's got to be able to move off script and make plays. Do we not remember the narrative before was Caleb needs to play on script and not just make the off script plays? Do we not remember that whole thing that we went through? So this is guys like Christian Solid and all these other people that are trying to move the fucking goalposts no matter what for Caleb Williams. If he throws 40 touchdowns, he didn't throw 50 like Patrick Mahomes did in year 2. If he throws 10 picks. He should have thrown 5. He's turning the ball over too much. So they're at a no-win. It's,
That dude is on a next level
Right.
of fucking stupidity that I've never heard in my life.
So, Phil, those
Yes,
are my
no.
dumbest tweets of the week. And we only have
Dumbest tweets.
Yeah,
of the
dumbest tweets of the week. And we do have one good tweet this week, and I will read it.
Hold on,
See, it's
before
not-
you do. What Caleb Williams is you see when his back is to the football. He's got.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't really a tweet, but this was more so a comment that I found on YouTube. And it's from one of our own, Logan Frost.
Oh,
the Chicago
Logan
Bears
Frost.
and Dallas Cowboys game was the greatest game I have ever been to. My daughter and wife experienced their first win at the game. Good advice, Shane. Bears fans, enjoy the moment. I got to say, today, it was a good day. Duh, Bears. Logan was there for Tremaine Edmonds' show
The
over
Tremaine
Jack
Edmonds
Sanborn.
show.
We knew that he would show up, and we knew that Edmonds would ball out. Why Jack Sanborn looked like a flea on a dog's ass. So congratulations, Logan. I'm glad that you got to be there for the big game for Tremaine Edmonds. Number 49, 2 interceptions, 15 tackles, and presented a game ball with Logan Frost live in attendance.
That's poetic justice right there, Shane. The definition of it.
It
Poetic
is.
justice.
Do you know how many people reached out to me and said, "Are you going to go after Logan because of Tremaine on the show?" And I'm like, have you guys never met me?
You know Shane. You know Shane.
Yeah, that's what we do. So, Phil, those are my tweets this week.
Tweets of the week.
I hope everybody.
Do you want to do bear
likes-
up, bear down?
We can
Corn
do
was
whatever.
yelling at us that we got to bring bear up, bear down.
I see that. I see
What
that.
was the other thing?
Let's get into Corn says do bear up, bear down, bold predictions
Bold
tonight, or I will
predictions.
riot.
He will riot.
$5. Let's rip through these super chats.
Let's get through them quick. I got a
Can't
date.
$4.99. People are trying to penalize the Bears for playing good since they can't tear them down for losing. Rome had to adjust the ball. Caleb threw. It is what it is.
Catch the ball. That's it.
Right in the schnoz, $2. Great screen
Hey.
name. They sent Quinn back on a train. Yeah, Jesus. I remember when Cap told us that.
Oh my God.
For the first time, and it's just like, crazy. Ken Weiserek, $2. What's the status for Brock Bowers? I have not followed up on that. I think he was maybe limited. I'm not sure, Ken. I'm sorry. I usually just focused on the Bears end of it, and their injury list is extensive. So I'm sorry I don't have that answer for you. And our guy Ben Hooper, $9.99. Question for you guys: a receiver screenplays that never seem to really work, even with Ben Johnson. Can we move away from those or use a pump and go off of it to keep the defense honest? And I think, and Phil, I'll let you talk about this as a coach, but just let me say this first, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. It's part of it. Listen, not every play is going to work. And some of these plays that do not work are setups, maybe even for future games or future moments in the specific game that you put out on tape that you can use later to set up a team, or they'll say, oh, in this situation, this is what they did before. So, but Phil, go ahead.
Yeah, you do that. I tend to agree. I don't like the horizontal pass play. I know there's a place for it. When you have leverage, the kind that they've thrown, they've kind of been questionable in regards to getting leverage and blocking in front of the receiver. So I don't know. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. It's execution wise has not been there, as well as the leverage hasn't been there. Should we call Angelo again for his prediction when we do bold predictions?
Well, we got one more here. HL Priest, $10. Just wanted to say good,
HL.
better, best, motherfuckers. Hashtag New Era Bears. Hashtag TTNL for life. Thank you, HL. Yeah, I watched that video more than once of the locker room celebration. Phil, you and I were on the phone today and talked about it a little bit. I will tell you, if you go back and watch it, focus on DeAndre Swift in the locker room celebration when Ben Johnson is doing the good, better, best rant. He has his back turned to everybody and isn't bought in at all. I did not like to see that. I thought that was a bad look for DeAndre in the moment.
You showed me that. It doesn't look good. Got to be involved. You guys just won a big game. Disappointing on that level, but yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Do you want to get into the bold predictions? We won't play the whole video here because it needs to be updated. But
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I got.
Next play. Pass. 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 Pass.
There was no rhyme or
You
reason.
just drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got to worry. But you do got to worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next play. Shotgun.
There we are.
Bold prediction. Bold prediction, Shane. Do you have a big prediction?
I haven't really thought about it. I know we didn't. Well, I didn't do it on
what?
Waves. I picked Dallas 38, Chicago 23 last week.
I don't remember what I picked last week.
We didn't do it live on air. I think I did it on a different show. I believe. I can't remember exactly where I did. I might have put it in the patron. It might have been in the patron chat. I can't remember, but well, do you want to incorporate bear up, bear down into this?
Well, bear up, bear down.
Yeah, we'll do bear up, bear down. I'll just do one of
Philatosian, Shane Marshall, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up.
There it is. They've been asking for this, Shane.
Must be the name. I think we need to start Keenum and let Caleb sit for a bit. I think
Good call.
Bill's Splip is looking for attention.
Is that a slip? A nip slip?
Yeah, something.
Splip. A nip slip. Or is that a penis slip? A splip.
I'm not quite sure. So slick and skinny in a hole, right?
Slick and skinny in a hole. Jimbo Crowley wanted the song. You got the song.
He got
Bear
it.
up. Caleb Williams, Shane.
Yeah, I mean that's the low hanging fruit. I mean, go ahead, take him, and then I'll
go ahead. Who's your bear up? I got Caleb.
You know what? I am going to go Noah Sewell on my end,
over Tremaine.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Game ball
listen, Tremaine's making a lot of money, so the expectation is there for him to make plays. And Noah Sewell is a guy that has not stayed healthy, but he's honestly, Phil, playing probably with the most aggressiveness, other than what I saw from Tyreek Stevenson last week. I think he's playing with the most aggressiveness on defense overall, especially at the linebacker position.
100%.
And if he keeps this up, that's somebody that you are going to be moving forward with in your linebacker core, as long as he stays healthy and him showing promise. So I just want him to go out there and keep on stacking these, W's for his career, because I think it's critical as we move forward to have, young, explosive, aggressive talent like that that's not going to break the bank, because Noah Sewell is somebody that not that he was a super high draft pick or anything like that, Phil, but I know you were higher on him in the draft than I was overall.
Mm-hmm.
But he stayed healthy to this point.
That was one of my guys. I really like.
He's made plays. So yeah, that would be Noah Sewell would be my bear up versus Dallas.
There you go. Caleb Williams, the obvious choice for me.
Yeah.
And what he did, and Noah Sewell, the bear down, Shane.
Yeah. You starting it off, or
I'm starting it off. My bear down is going to be Ryan Poles and Rashawn Johnson. It's a combo package.
Yeah.
Why is Rashawn Johnson on this football team? And what is his purpose to be not only on it, but also active on game day?
Yeah.
And don't forget, Travis Homer is a player intended to come back. The scouting of the running back room is my bear down, Shane.
Yeah. My bear down is going to be Nashawn Wright. I
Good call there.
I don't see NFL quality corner play out of him. I think overall he's probably like a fourth or maybe even a fifth corner. No way should he be starting. And that's what sucks, with Zay Frazier dealing with what he's dealing with. And then you lose Terrell Smith. Those young guys like that hurts your overall depth. I'm not a big Nashawn Wright guy. He's very, very tall and kind of gangly, and he doesn't have the suddenness. So I think that could be something that we need to monitor moving forward.
Sid, Robert had Darnell Wright. Sid has DJ Moore.
I'll say about Darnell Wright, other than the penalties, he didn't play bad.
I agree.
Yeah, and I
penalties are the thing.
Yeah, it's bad. You got to get that figured out.
But he's also playing with a hurt arm again, which sucks. I know Mike Huff had him out for the season. It's Dr. Huff in the game. He's done. Telling you, I saw it. He's back out there 3 plays later.
Yeah.
That was great. But yes, bear up, bear down. Bold predictions, Shane. A double and
yeah. So bold prediction. I'm going to say, I think the Chicago Bears go to Vegas, and I think they get the W. And I'm going to say the Bears win 27-23 in Vegas. Hopefully our guy Brett Maley is there on the scene and gets to experience it, live and up front. I think Caleb takes a step. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, let's be honest, Braxton Jones could have been a bear up for somebody if we had more people included here.
Yeah.
But, if you want to hold Dallas's defense against Caleb Williams, that goes for Braxton Jones also. Braxton Jones struggled in week 1 against a team with pass rushers. He struggled in week 2 with a team with pass rushers. He played his best game of the year against Dallas, a team with no top flight pass rushers. And now you have Max Crosby on deck. So I will go 27-23. The Chicago Bears win on the road in Vegas. And bold prediction, I think we see the first career touchdown from Colston Loveland. And I think we see the second career touchdown for Luther Burden in a big play.
There you go.
Had 3 receptions for 101 yards in only 17 snaps. That's big time.
There you go. I am going to agree with you with my bold prediction. And my prediction, I believe the Bears win 28-17 over the Vegas Raiders.
And the crowd is expected to be near 50-50, if not more pro Chicago.
Look
in
at that.
Vegas than Raiders.
My bold prediction for the game is I can go 2 ways. I'll go. Caleb throws 3 touchdowns. All right. And Kyle Monenguy has 90 plus yards and a touchdown himself. It's the
Wow.
Kyle Monenguy breakout game, Shane.
Sign me up. I'd love to see it.
He against Genty. They trot out the 7th round pick and give him a boatload of carries. That is the boldest prediction I can do. Besides Bart, Cairo hits a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Bullets won't be able to live that.
Oh my God.
It's
Bullets.
all
If that
blowing up.
happens,
Oh
he's
my!
gonna turn. If
I'm
that
giving
happens,
Angelo his number.
Bullets be turning his phone off.
Be like, "Hello, Bullets. It's Angelo Joe Marino. Fuck you, Bullets."
According to my calculations, you're a fucking idiot.
That would be great.
That would be something.
Fuck you, Bullets.
Oh, so
that's it, Shane.
what was your score?
28-17.
28-17. That doesn't sound.
Did it all for Corn Planter tonight, Shane.
We did it. We did it. It's been a long struggle.
We had
And
the
you know
great
what?
David Kaplan on the show.
We did.
Shout out to KAP for jumping on with us. Listen to him tomorrow morning. Call in. Shout out the show in the morning. Listen to you on TTNL.
Yeah.
Even Barlissimo could call in and shout us out if he'd like.
We have a message from David Kaplan.
Do we?
Yes. Love being on, you guys. That was great. Loved it. So
There you go.
Cap,
We had a good time. We love
Cap is good. Cap is good, peeps. We pissed off Mindy, but she'll get over it.
I think Mindy's fine. She's more upset with him. You got the Kaplan's, like the MTV Cribs, the Kaplan tour.
Yep.
Basic.
The ripped up pillow.
The ripped up pillow. I had the same thing today, except it was a bed, a dog bed.
Yep.
The dog us.
It is. The only thing that needs to be said, Phil,
Yes.
after this, 2 things.